We usually come into CES with a good idea of the gadgets and gear we're going to see, but there are always those few surprise announcements that end up stealing the show. This year was no different. Sony unveiled the Vision S concept car. You heard that right, Sony, the electronics giant that makes your favorite gaming system and the TV that you plug it into, is making an electric car. The company says the car was built to showcase the automotive technologies that it's developed over the last few years. And there's a ton of that tech inside. It's loaded with 33 sensors, most likely including ones that enable autonomous driving, plus 360 reality audio tech, widescreen displays, and plenty more. Bureau Chief Matt Smith got to sit inside Sony's sales pitch for the automotive industry and take everything in. He loved that the Vision S wasn't a wacky concept device with sci-fi ambitions. If anything, it felt more realistic than a lot of the vehicles being shown off at CES this year. While the outside of the car looks pretty similar to a Porsche Taycan, inside is where the real advancements are. Among other things, there's a crazy row of screens splashed across the dash. That's what makes the car feel perfectly at home at a show like this. Next up, we have Ballie. When we arrived at Samsung's CES keynote address this year, we expected platitudes about the power of AI and 5G, and yeah, we got plenty of those. But we also got something else. Ballie, an adorable rolling smart home control center that is essentially a real-life version of BB-8. Being the giant Star Wars geek I am, I instantly fell in love with the little droid, and I'm currently filling out the paperwork to become its legal guardian. Samsung sees robots as life companions, and that idea is evident as Ballie was designed to understand and support your needs. Earlier this week, we were shown a demo video of Ballie opening smart curtains and turning on the TV for a dog when its human was away from the home. It also called a robot vacuum into action after it noticed a spill. Samsung says Ballie will be able to call for help if it sees someone has fallen and can't get up. But when Ballie finally made it to the show floor, the final product left a lot to be desired. Yes, it seems to roll around of its own accord, and we briefly saw it interacting with a smart air purifier, but that's about all it did. Still, it's not hard to look at Ballie and imagine a world of potential. Virtual assistants are helpful at controlling your various smart home gizmos, but unless every room in your home is kitted out with smart speakers listening for commands, there will be gaps in the AI-driven experience. We fully expect that Ballie will continue to raise more questions before we get any concrete answers. But one thing does seem pretty clear right now. Ballie is cute. Finally, we have Quibi. After being shrouded in mystery for most of last year, Quibi made its official debut at CES with a unique spin on mobile video. At the company's CES keynote, we finally learned about its killer feature, Turnstyle, a patent-pending technology that lets you easily switch between portrait and landscape viewing modes, all while keeping what matters in frame. Every Quibi show plays both formats at once, using their audio track to keep them in sync. Of course, this isn't just a tech solution. The artists also have to keep the framing of both viewing modes in mind. Basically, Turnstyle means you won't ever see black bars around Quibi shows, no matter how you hold your phone. That's it for us from CES 2020, but we want to take this time to thank you for watching all of our content. We'll be back next week with more Engadget Today.